Welcome back to this series on Parsha Lech Lecha. This is Aliyah 1. Here, God commands Abraham to leave his father's house and his homeland and travel into a land that he's going to show him. As a reward for doing so, God promises to make Abram the patriarch of a great nation. Now, Abram obeys, takes Sarah, his wife, and his nephew Lot, and off they go. When he arrives in Canaan, and he didn't know he was going to stop there, God tells him to stop. And Abram's going to transverse the land. And God is going to eventually give this land to his descendants. He's also going to make a travel into Egypt because there's a famine. And he's very worried that the Egyptians are going to kill him so that they can grab Sarah because she's this beautiful woman. So Abram asks her to tell the Egyptians that he was her brother. A couple cultural points I'd like to bring out. Well, first, Abram is introduced to us, and he has a major role in God's plan for humanity. Salvation and enlightenment would be given to the people of the earth through, yes, Abram. The biblical text reveals the Lord's plan of a universal reign or kingdom, and that Abram is going to be the father of the nation of Israel. The phrase, and I will bless you, that you bless, and if you curse others, you curse them, was a Semitic declaration of divine protection. In the ancient Near East, curses on people were common, especially on people who wanted to hurt you. Abraham was assured by the Lord that he had divine protection against anyone who wanted to try to hurt him. We can look at this allegorically. The Lord sends Abram to Canaan, and he knows there's a famine in the land. Why would the Lord do this? Well, there are 10 tests that the Lord is going to give to Abram to determine whether he's really worthy to be the father of the chosen people. First test was to leave Haran and go to Canaan. Abram's father, Terach, had moved the family from Ur of the Chaldeans to Haran. And when they settled in Haran, they grew new roots. So here you've got the Lord saying to Abraham, get up and go. First test. Second test is when he arrives in Canaan and there's a famine. Now, the text does not say that the Lord sent Abram to Egypt. Therefore, in a way, it's wrong to call this the second test. I bring this up because most people do believe that. Abram went to Egypt without divine protection from the point of view that the Lord did not direct him to go. There is the umbrella of Genesis 12:2 and 3, in which Abram was told that God would always be with him. In the Targum, the Aramaic word for serpent and Lot are the same word. There's a difference of just a letter, but that letter is silent. That makes it verbally almost equal. It's an allusion to the evil urges that Lot's going to have when he comes out of Egypt, and he's going to go to Sodom and Gomorrah to live. You'll see in the text, Abram took his wife Sarah, his wife, that double reference. And this is referring to his body, according to the principle that one's wife is equated with one's body. They're considered one and the same. So the possessive words refer to the merits that they gained, the two of them together, because they perform good deeds. Evil inclination is often referred to as a Canaanite. To balance evil inclination, the Lord spoke to Abraham and blessed him and promised his children the land. To ascend spiritually, a person must busy themselves with Torah reading and study. And this is what Abraham did when the Torah said that he pitched his tent. He also did some intensive praying. There are a few questions we can ask the narrative. That's part of Semitic Bible studies. You might want to look at why Lot left Haran. Why did he take him? Why did Abraham even take him? Which is kind of interesting. There are some midrash in the book that explains what happened to Lot's father with respect to Abraham. There is some other significance to some numbers that are in there, and the invoking of the name of the Lord is also in there. I also have general questions in there. I have some maps in the book for you. The spiritual awareness lesson is good. It's about listening and obeying the Lord. Now, Abraham's 75 years old, and he's going to take off through a desert area to go live in a desert area. The Midrash stories are very good and very important for you to look at. And of course, I have the Talmud and some legends and a lot of other information you're going to find. The one legend that's important is Abraham and the fiery furnace. That's pretty key to this whole section. So I hope you'll get the book. I hope you're going to read it and learn some more about this section. It is just jam-packed with information. I hope this blesses you in some way, and that, as always, shalom.